Hello students, today we are going to start our same chapter of accountancy and the name of the chapter is Books of Original Entry, that is called Journal. This is part second of that chapter, and students, today we are going to discuss one more example is here in illustration number 3. One question is given that and with some certain points. All the information are related from year 2018. On May 1st, the first transaction is given, commence business with cash. It means that started business with cash. We know the journal entry. If any person started business with cash, so what is the journal entry we pass? In this, cash comes in the business in the form of capital. So anything that comes in the business will be debited. So the journal entry will be cash account debit to capital account. Here it is, May 1st, cash account debit to capital account by rupees 5 lakh. Second point, on May 2nd, goods purchased from Mohan for cash. We already discussed that point. If name and cash both are given at the same time, that time we give prefer to the cash. And when we purchase goods, that time we use the words purchase, and purchase account always debited. So the journal entry will be purchase account debit to cash account, because cash and name both are given, so we give priority to the cash account. Third point, on May 3rd, goods purchased from Ajay. Again we purchase goods, that time we use purchase. And from whom? We purchase the goods from Ajay. Here name is given. So the journal entry will be purchase account debit to Ajay. That is 1,20,000. Then next entry. Goods returned to Ajay. We purchase goods from Ajay 1,20,000. Then we return 5,000 goods to the Ajay due to some defects. So that is purchase return, because Ajay is our creditor and we return goods to the creditor. So that is the purchase return. So if purchase account debited in the case of purchase, so purchase return is always opposite of purchase. So purchase is always debited. So purchase return is always credited. To whom? To Ajay. So the journal entry will be Ajay debit to purchase return account. So here it is, on May 4, Ajay debit to purchase return account. Then the next entry, goods sold to Rajiv. That is sales related entry. Here goods are sold, that time we use the word that is sale. So in this, name is given. So that time Rajiv debit to sales account, because purchase is always debit and sales will be always credit. So the journal entry will be Rajiv debit to sales account. Rajiv returned 10% of the goods. Rajiv is our debtors. So if Rajiv returned goods to us, that is not purchase return, that is sales return. So sales is always credit. So opposite of credit, that is debit. So sales return will be debited. So the journal entry will be sales return account debit to Rajiv. And that is 4,000, because 10% of the goods, and we purchase 40,000 goods from Rajiv. So 10% of 40,000, that is 4,000. And total of debit side and credit side both are same, that is 7,19,000. Then discount. Discount means any deduction in the payment. If we charge something and we give some deduction on the charge, that is called discount. Suppose if we purchase goods in rupees 10,000 and the seller gives 10% discount, it means we give the seller to 9,000 rupees. So that 1,000 is treated as discount. Discount are two types. First one is trade discount and second one is cash discount. What is the meaning of trade discount and what is the meaning of cash discount, and how both the discount are different from each other? First of all, trade discount. Trade discount is allowed to wholesaler or retailer or manufacturer. It means trade discount is given to everyone on the listed price. If we purchase goods in bulk, it means in large quantity, that time we receive trade discount. Trade discount is not showing in the journal entry. It deducted from the amount, but it is not separately shows in the ledger or in the journal. How it is? Here one example is given. For example, if a trader sells goods, it means that is sales of the least price of 1 lakh, and 20% is the trade discount. So 20% of 1 lakh, that is 20,000. And what is the journal entry? We sell goods. That time we use sale. So the journal entry will be cash account debit to sales account, because here the whole information is given. We sales goods at a cash. So cash is given. So if we sell goods, that times cash comes in the business. So anything that comes in the business will be debited. So cash account debited to sales account. The amount is 1 lakh, but we give discount to 20%. So that amount is directly deducted from the amount. So 20% of 1 lakh, that is 20,000. So we deducted 20,000 from the amount 1 lakh, and the final answer we get, that is 80,000. So we are not showing the journal entry of discount. We are directly reduce the amount from the whole balance, and we are showing only deducted balance. Then cash discount. Cash discount is allowed to the customer who are making the payment in cash. It means that trade discount are given to everyone, whether the transaction in the cash form or in the credit form. But cash discount are given to the customer who are paying the goods, who are paying the payment for purchasing the goods in cash form. So that is the basic difference. And one journal entry showing cash discount. Trade discount directly deducted from the amount, but for cash discount we show the journal entry. How it is? Now here we understand this point with the help of the next illustration. Then what is the basic difference between trade discount and cash discount? Meaning, trade discount is allowed by the wholesaler or manufacturer to the retailer at a fixed percentage of the printed price. But cash discount is allowed if the customer makes the payment immediately. It means if customer paid the amount in cash, that time we allowed cash discount. When allowed? It is allowed when goods are purchased in a specified quantity. But cash discount is allowed when the payment is made in the form of cash. Object. Generally, it is allowed to retailers to enable them to make some profit even if they sell the goods at their catalog price. But cash discount is allowed to encourage quick or prompt payment. Recording in the books of accounts. Trade discount is not recorded, but cash discount is recorded. Deducted from invoice. Trade discount is directly deducted from invoice, and cash discount is not deducted from the invoice. Here, one example is given. If trader sells goods at a least price of 20,000 at the rate of 10% trade discount and 2% cash discount. It means in a single question, two types of discounts are given, trade discount as well as cash discount. So, first of all, we are dealing trade discount, then cash discount. So, the list price is 20,000. We deducted the amount trade discount, that is 10%. So, 10% of 20,000, that is 2,000. And the deducted amount we get, that is 18,000. After that, we give cash discount of 2%. So that 2% is charged on 18,000, not on 20,000. So 2% of 18,000, that is 360, and we reduce the 360 amount from 18,000, and then we get the net amount, that is 17,640. So how is the total treatment? First of all, total price less trade discount. After that we get the amount, and we charge cash discount on deducted amount. After that we deducted cash discount and we get the final price. Advantage of trade discount to the retailers: it reduces the cost of purchase and thus increase the margin of profit. If anything that decreases the cost price, so that will be helpful in increasing the profit. It enables the retailers to make some profit even if sells the goods at their catalog price. To the manufacturer or wholesaler, it increases sales by encouraging the retailers to make bulk purchase. A change in the rate of trade discount may prove to be an effective weapon to face competition. Different prices can be charged from regular customers and occasionally customers simply by altering the rate of trade discount. It means that we give different rate of interest, different rate of trade discount to the regular customer and different rate of discount to the occasional customers. Change in the rate of trade discount is an easy method. We can easily change the trade discount. Advantage of cash discount to the seller. Seller receives the amount within the stipulated time. It means in short period of time the seller received the payment. Cash received in time, that improves the inflow of the business. It reduces the possibility of bad debts, and it also reduces the probability of selling the goods in the credit. To the buyer, it also provided some advantage to the buyer also. The earlier the buyer pays, the higher he earns in cash discount. It means that on a discount price, a buyer has to pay less amount. A buyer who earns higher cash discount can sell the goods to his customer at lower rates. So it increases the number of customers, because if you sell the goods at lower price, so many customers comes and purchase your goods. That time you achieve the faith of your customer. Early payment enhance the reputation or goodwill of the buyer. If you give the early payment, that increases your goodwill. Rebate, it is also one type of deduction in the value of the price. So what is the basic difference between rebate and discount? So if any person purchase goods at lower rate or the seller provides some deduction, that is called discount. But if the customer purchase the goods on credit and he pay the amount before its date, that time he achieve rebate. Here one example is given for understanding the rebate entry. So what is the journal entry of rebate? Rebate allowed account debit to purchaser account. At the time of sale, rebate will be deal as seller account debit to rebate received account. So rebate will be allowed as well as rebate will be received. Compound journal entry. If two entries are dealing at the same time, that is called compound entry. For example, on 31st March, 50,000 are paid for salary and 20,000 are paid for rent. Both are expense. Salary is also expense and rent is also expense. And the date is same. So we give the compound entry. Salary account debit, rent account debit to cash account. Here two accounts are debited, salary as well as rent, because both expenses dates are same. And total of 50 plus 20, that is 70,000. So compound entry means if we pass two or more entries at the same time, because the information are given at the same date, so that is called compound entry. Here, for understanding all the concept, one illustration is given. Paid cash to Mahesh and discount received from him 400. So here we are giving cash to Mahesh. So Mahesh is the receiver. In this, cash goes from the business. So, and discount, if we paid cash to the any person, that time we receive discount. So overall journal entry, discount received is always credited. So the journal entry will be Mahesh debit to cash account, because Mahesh is receiver and receiver is always debited. So Mahesh will be debited to cash account because cash goes from the business, and discount received is always credited. So if we paid amount, that time discount received, and if we received amount, that time discount allowed. So discount should be two types: discount allowed and discount received. Discount received is always credited, discount allowed is always debited. At the time of payment we receive the discount, at the time of receiving cash we allowed the discount. Second one, received cash. Here we receive the cash from Arun. It means that Arun is the giver and giver will be always credited. So in this, cash comes in the business, and if we receive amount, that time discount allowed, and discount allowed will be always debit. So the journal entry will be cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Arun. We receive cash 4900, discount allowed is given, that is 100, and total of debit side, that is 5000. So we credited to Arun's account, that is 5000. Next, goods sold to Harish, that is sales. So sales will be always credit, and name is given, so Harish will be debit. So the journal entry will be Harish debit to sales account. So here it is, Harish debit to sales account. Harish returned goods, so that is sales return. Sales is always credit, so sales return is debit. So the journal entry will be sales return account debit to Harish. On June 12, the journal entry will be sales return account debit to Harish. Now, the next entry, receive cash from Harish. So, before this, we sold goods to Harish, that is 30,000. Harish returned the goods. It means out of 30,000, 2,000 goods are returned. So, remaining amount is 20,000. So, if we sold goods to Harish, that time we will have to receive 28,000 from Harish, and Harish only gives 27,500 in the place of 28,000. So 500 is the discount amount. So at the time of received, we allowed the discount, and discount allowed is always debited. So the journal entry will be cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Harish. We received the cash, that is 27,500. We allowed discount, that is 500, and total of debit side is equal to credit side. So the credit side will be credited by amount 28,000. The next entry, sold goods to Gopal, that is 60,000 and 10% of trade discount. So 60,000 and 10% of 60,000, that is 6,000. So we directly deducted the amount of 6,000. We are not showing the journal entry because this is trade discount, and trade discount is not showing in the books of journal. It is directly deducted. So the journal entry will be Gopal debit to sales account by rupees 54,000. Next entry, purchase goods from Ravi of the least price of 20,000 and allowed discount, that is 15% of trade discount. It is again trade discount, that is purchase, and purchase will be always debit from Ravi. So the journal entry will be purchase account debit to Ravi, and 15% of 20,000, that is 3,000. So we directly reduce the amount. So the journal entry will be purchase account debit to Ravi, that is 20,000 minus 3,000, we get the final amount, that is 17,000. And total of both the side, it means debit side and credit side, that is 1,46,000. That checks over arithmetical accuracy. With this point, over rebate, trade discount and cash discount point are clear. Now with the help of next video, we will discuss the remaining concept of our chapter.